Okay, I'm going to bake some squash. And I debated whether to just cut it up or to slice it, and I chose to slice it. Just as if you take the slices and put it in the frying pan and fry it. So I've got them all cut up but one, because I wanted to show you. Okay, I'm just going to cut the ends off, and I have washed these already. Okay, and my bowl is almost full, so I'm just going to take me a separate plate here because the slicer's not in. Okay, and I'm just going to show you. So I'm going to take my slicer here. Okay. This is probably about the best thing I've invested in a long time. I do sweet potatoes like this, zucchinis. I mean, it's actually a potato chip maker is what it is. For regular white potatoes, but of course I don't use it for that. And I'm not going to cook this squash. You know, you can make it that costs, you know, chips, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want them especially crunchy. I just want it to be like pan fried, except I'm going to do it in the oven. Okay? All right. So here is my squash. Now, you can see I've got quite a bit there. You see that? Okay. How I'm going to season it, of course, I always use my olive oil to coat it good. So that my seasoning will stick to it. And plus, you know, you need a little bit of oil too. So let me get my spoon here. Let me go ahead and coat that good with the olive oil. Just like that. Okay, now seasoning of choice, and I really experiment a lot. I love Mrs. Dash Original. Okay, I'm going to use some of this. And I'm going to sprinkle some on there and then stir it up good. So make sure it's all coated good. Oops. Okay, put a little bit more. Okay, so there's that. Good land, it's making a mess. Okay, all right. Then, see, okay. I actually would probably just do this with my hands and mix it better. And I may actually, after I get all my seasoning in there, I will probably take my hands and just mix it really good. Okay. Now put this to the side. And what have I got here? Okay. This here is actually what really gives it that good taste, I think. A little bit more. Okay, then, okay. A lot of this seasoning is a orange color. 3 of them are. So it is going to give it that tint. Okay, and I have become a big fan. It just is so good. It gives it a little jolt too. Okay, not really terribly hot. Well, you can make it hot if you put a whole lot on there. But okay, now that's going to be it as far as my seasoning. Now I am going to take my hands here and I'm going to dig down into it good, okay, and really toss it really good. Get it coated. Okay. And I have already put my aluminum foil on my cookie sheet and I have sprayed it down with olive oil. Okay. Alright. I have preheated my oven to 450. I got it pretty high because I'm going to roast these, okay? It won't take them long to cook because they're so thin. Okay, I'm going to take them. I'm going to dump them out here on my cookie sheet. Okay. Now these are not in single layers, so that means probably about every 15 minutes or so I need to go in there and flip them, okay? All right. Squash. This is going to be so good. Okay. Let me show you what they look like here. Okay. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? All right. I'm going to put it in my 450 degree oven, and probably I'm going to check on it in about 15 minutes because that's pretty high for these thin slices. And then I'll probably toss them and do another 15 until they get really pretty and golden brown, okay? So there we go. Sliced up squash.